Well, greetings and welcome back, everybody. We do these updates from time to time. This is probably the second annual or so with Heather Laubach, the Chief Operating Officer here at the DACC. I'm Mark Geeson, the Director of Community Engagement. I don't get to say that all that often anymore. Most folks know me now. So we are here to talk about an update of the capital campaign and what's happening with the renovations. So what we're going to do, I want to begin with the end in mind. And what that will be is to ask, when will things be impacted? If I want to use the pool, when will it be closed? If I want to use, let's say, something downstairs, when will that be closed? So let's do that. The pool will have to be closed at some point for all this work for the pool HVAC. When will that be?
Spring. So we're trying to keep it as small of a time frame as possible. We're looking at possibly doing about 2 weeks or less time down when they do the pool HVAC renovations, which will be sometime between March 30th and May 20th. So we're hoping to do that first 2 weeks, which are right around the Easter holiday. So
that's after swim teams and before summer camp?
You got it.
Okay,
yep.
I got it. All right. So that's that. And then use of any facilities downstairs, when might that be impacted?
Hopefully we get the spring bids out in the spring in order to have the construction go on in the fall or into the winter of 2026. So there'll be a time frame when the lower fitness equipment might have to be moved to the gym area in order to use the gym equipment there. While we renovate the flooring, put in additional windows, some mirrors and things like that, and also bring in new equipment, which is very exciting.
All right. So let's get back to the beginning. Let's start at the beginning. This is the year of renovations. This is it. People have heard about it for 4 years now. And so this is, it's going to happen. Let's start at the beginning. Let's walk through the chronology. What happens first?
Sure. So I'll back up a little bit. So we started with the locker rooms. We completed those last fall. They've been wonderful and lovely, and people have really enjoyed that. And then we followed up with phase 2, which was pool pump and filtration system renovations, as well as the grout, maintenance in the parts of the pool. We did that as well. So then now phasing into this year in 2026, it'll be the spring season pool HVAC renovation, as well as a lower ramp complete demolition and reinstallation of the outside lower ramp area at almost the same time in the spring, which will be about March and April. And that will not hinder any use to the building as far as that lower ramp area, because the front entrance will always be open. And then we'll go into the third or fourth phase, which would be the lower level renovations in the fall, early winter. And then hopefully, we're going to keep our fingers crossed, if all goes well, 2027 will be the whole upper level. And that will be, again, our fitness classes will still be going on. They might just be shuffled around the building a little bit, because we'll never have full closure of the building as long as things go as planned.
And the preschool for 3, 4, and 5-year-olds?
Yes, that's in the lower level renovations. So that space right now is being used as storage of different things, but that will be part of the renovations in the fall of this year. So hopefully we have the registration open for 2027.
All right, so the preschool is coming. Capital campaign, where are we? I'll recap that we have a RACP grant. Thank you, Senator Gordner, $1 million, and so we'll be utilizing that. We have a congressional directed spending grant. Thank you, Congressman Muser and Senator Fetterman, so much appreciated there. And Senator McCormick probably has had an opportunity to weigh on that as well since he's been elected. So that's a funding picture. Almost $1.4 million from the fundraising capital campaign.
Yes.
But we're not all the way there yet.
So close.
Tell folks.
So close. Our goal was 1.5 million because we always wanted that a little extra cushion, because as construction moves along, it does take years of just the way that the funding comes in. But the donors themselves, people like you, people like me, people like the members, the guests, people in the community, businesses, they can always continue to donate, which is very, very helpful as we've reached that 1.5 million. It's not something that it delays our construction in any way, any of the renovations. Things are still completely going. We just always wanted that additional funds to be there in order to make sure that we have them for the interests and things like that always seem to go up when it comes to construction fees and rates and everything.
Contingencies and
yes,
things that pop up. We'll also mention that there is local fundings from the state, thanks to Linda Schlegel-Culver and Representative Stender, for the pool pumps and filters.
Yes.
So that's, we want, if we're mentioning big chunks that have help. That's certainly a big one.
Correct. As
Okay.
well as our county commissioners that supported Montour County Commissioners helped us out with a great LSA funding grants in order to help support the additional HVAC system renovations. It still took additional dollars on our end, but $200,000 is a big amount that really helped us out to keep the plans continuing to flow.
All right. To leave folks with the fact, what should people do? Consider a donation. We're on that topic, so we'll say that.
Absolutely. They can always stop by. They can send it in. They can mail it in. You can go on our website. It could go on anywhere that you'd like to do it. They are tax, deductible
Yeah,
towards
2026, the deduction's back.
Yes, it's a new year. We are a 501c3 nonprofit, always have been, always will be, and we are going into our 40th year, believe it or not. So 40 years of amazing support from our community, from so many people, from when we started back in 1986. So it's pretty amazing.
All right, so that's the first thing. Please consider a generous donation. We still have a distance to go. We're still 100% community funded. Grants really help move the renovation along. There's no argument there. But this is Danville and the Danville region and the 5 or 6 county regions community center. All right, the last thing we want people to do is they're going to have to use a little bit of patience in the years ahead.
Yep, absolutely. I think they've been great with just seeing the we like to say hard hats in the building or the boots in the building. When the renovations are going on, people are very understanding. We try to do as best as we can to communicate what's going on, when it's going on, how it's going to affect us. Some things just come up, but for the most part, we've been really good with that, and people have been very supportive of that. And we hope that just continues.
Well, the best way to stay in touch is on social media. Use Facebook, as we post daily. What's cooking at the DACC is always on Facebook. We have initiatives and trends that would also be posted at danvilleacc.com, our main website, where you can follow us on Instagram. We have a YouTube channel, which is where you're probably watching this now. And we just invite you to stay in touch. We'd love to hear from everybody as this continues. Please do stay in touch and keep us informed at the DACC. Thank you.
Thank you.